there have been reports that the US is looking at trying to illegally seize around $300 billion in Russian frozen assets. I know this is something you've been talking about over on your channel. Is that something that you could actually see happening? And what are the consequences of such a move really for overall global financial security?
Well, I think it's already been decided. I mean, the Financial Times reported that the Biden White House has ordered a working group to be put together so that they can figure out a way to bend the law but not break it. But everyone understands this is nonsense. Every expert, every lawyer, every financial analyst, the IMF, every central bank, they've all said the same thing. It's illegal. It's illegal. It's flat out illegal. There's no bending of the law. There are no loopholes. What you are about to do is not only illegal, but it's going to absolutely damage not only the US, the trust in the US financial system, but more importantly, at least for Europe, which is already in a recession, it's going to severely damage the EU financial system because a lot of the money, most of the money, is in Brussels and Belgium with Euroclear, and it's sitting in the EU. And so they're going to get really slammed with this asset theft. So, Biden, he's decided that he wants to go ahead with it. I imagine there are still some voices outside of Biden's inner circle, and I mean outside of his inner circle. We're talking Newland, Blinken, Sullivan. This is his inner circle that are making all the decisions. So a small group of people, very small group of people that are making all these decisions. I imagine outside of his inner circle, there are still some people trying to knock some sense into Biden's head. But, sanctions, they warned him, don't do it. He did it. Oil price cap, they warned him, don't do it. He did it. Removing Russia from SWIFT, they warned him, please don't do it. Powell, none other than Powell, told him, don't do this. Do not do this. It's going to damage the U.S. economy. He did it anyway. He didn't even consult with Powell before he did it, knowing that if he consulted with Powell, then, Powell would try to convince him to take a step back. So I think in Biden's mind, in this inner circle, when I mean Biden, I do mean this inner circle. This inner circle has decided that this is I would say the last escalation, to be quite honest, at least as far as sanctions and this economic war. There's really not much more left to do. They're gonna do it unless, I don't know, an act of God happens in February. But they've timed this for February, because they want to, right, which is typical Biden White House. They want to create the narrative. 2 years of the war with the autocrat dictator Putin, and not only has Putin lost, but now he's even lost his $300 billion, and this is going to stop his war machine. That's what they want. They want the celebration. They want the optics. They want the 2-year anniversary. So, they're never going to be. My opinion is they're not going to be able to resist this. I mean, that money is just sitting there, and they want it, even though everybody has told them not to do it. Everybody. And so when this boomerangs back to hit the United States, to really hit the European Union, they're going to start making excuses. Well, this is the Russian economy did this to us, and Putin did this to us, and Trump did this to us, and they'll figure out 1,000 excuses. But at the end of the day, it's because of their bonehead moves, because they're obsessed with trying to take down Russia. I mean, this has really become a disorder. They're absolutely obsessed with trying to destroy Russia. And the Russians, in my opinion, I think they're walking straight into, I don't want to say a trap, but I think the Russians are absolutely expecting this. And I think deep down inside, they're probably saying, destroy the U.S. Financial hegemony for $300 billion. I'll take that.
Yeah. That's actually a good point. I hadn't thought of it that way.